Hey, how are you doing? This is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com. Welcome into your Monday video. Hope you had a fantastic, happy, sober weekend. Today, I want to talk about the gloomy subject of alcohol and cancer, the facts that could save your life. Look, knowledge is power, right? So nobody wants to talk about cancer, especially if it's touched you in some way, if it's been in your, in your family. But this knowledge could save your life, honestly. There's a lot of misconception and false news around about this, and it's generally propagated by the alcohol industry. Like I've said many times before, the alcohol industry looks fun. It looks like it's your friend, and the commercials are always funny and imply that alcohol is the lubricant to a social life and things like that. But the reality here is the big alcohol companies are no better than the big tobacco companies of the 1970s and the 1980s that were knowingly killing their customers and lying about it to courtrooms, to the press, to the public. That is not just sociopathic, that's narcissistic, that is pure evil. Just think about it. Change the product. Imagine I set up a company that makes tires for automobiles, car tires. And I know that my tires are defective. And people keep telling me about families being destroyed and hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people are dying because of my brand. And I know that my product is killing people. And yet I keep standing up and saying, no, you don't need to worry. My tires are fine. What would you think about me as a person? Would you think I was trying to protect my company? Or would you think that I was just pure 100% pure grade evil? Because that's what they are. So, oh, by the way, if you're new to the channel, if you've just stumbled across this video, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now, because so many people don't. Only something like 40% of the people come here, watch videos all the time, but never subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and like the video. That helps me out as well. So the alcohol industry is evil, and it's acting like the big tobacco companies in the 1970s and 1980s, just lying and lying and lying. And it's trying to play down the link between cancer and alcohol. It's trying to muddy the water. And their strongest defense, and the weakness of this defense shows you how little they have. Their strongest defense is always moderation. You say anything to the alcohol industry about whether their product causes alcohol, their answer will always be, in moderation. We found that it doesn't. Well, what is moderation? That's such a vague statement, isn't it? Do they mean one glass of sherry per year? Or do they mean one glass of wine a day? It's just such a vague nothing of a statement. It's like being exposed to radiation is harmless in moderation. But do you see what I'm saying? That moderation statement needs specifics to it. And if you buy the book by Dr. David Nutt, he was the drug czar under the Labour government in the United Kingdom in the 1990s. Very good book. It's just called Drink. And he doesn't try and persuade you to stop drinking. He just lays out the facts like a scientist. And he basically says, if the food standard laws that we all live by, that are applied to the food that we eat, were applied to alcohol, the safe recommended amount you should be consuming would be one glass of wine a year. Isn't that shocking? That if we applied the current food standard laws to alcohol, they wouldn't recommend you have any more than one glass of wine a year. That's how toxic it is. So when it comes to alcohol, I just posted this up on the website today, stopdrinkingexpert.com. By the way, if you've never been to the website before, come and take a look at it, because there's loads of good information on here. You can sign up for today's free Quit Drinking webinar, get a copy of my book, Alcohol Lied to Me, as a free gift just for turning up. You can even get yourself some sobriety wear. It's over here. You can get yourself one of these very funky t-shirts. Beware, attractively packaged poison. That's at the website as well. But perhaps most important and most useful is the blog, where I post up lots of free advice and information. And today's article is on alcohol cancer, the facts that could save your life. So let's get the truth here. Does alcohol cause cancer? The answer is no longer debatable. Up until about 15 years ago, this was a debatable point. There just wasn't enough evidence to say in scientific terms, yep, alcohol causes cancer. Those days are long gone. There is no debate here. Alcohol is a class A carcinogenic. And that means if you drink it, it will give you cancer. It will dramatically increase the chance of you getting cancer. And there are some cancers that are more likely to occur than others, including mouth and throat, which is obvious. You hear about people, I mean, honestly, some of these cancers are just horrific to think about. I've heard about people who have massive holes in their cheek because basically the alcohol has caused cheek cancer. I've heard of people having the roof of their mouth removed surgically because of alcohol. Let's not make this prettier than it really is. This is a nasty drug that does serious damage. So mouth and throat cancer, very common. Liver, obviously. Pancreatic cancer is common. Bladder cancer is very common. Cancer of the esophagus. Lots of famous people who were heavy drinkers have died of esophagus cancer. Breast cancer in women. It increases your risk of breast cancer dramatically. And sorry to paint a blunt picture here, but I'm trying to give you leverage to get out of this loop. If you have a genetic risk of getting breast cancer, if you have breast cancer in your family and you drink alcohol, you are basically saying, please give me cancer. It's that dramatic. Your chances haven't gone up like 10%, 20%. You're talking hundreds of percent increase in the chance of you getting breast cancer. So please use that for the motivation that is it intended to be. So that article is there if you want to go and read some more about it and get some more information. But one thing I want to share with you, just to show you how evil the drinks company are in this respect. There was a town in Canada, just one town, who made a local decision that they were going to put cancer warnings on every single bottle of alcohol sold in that town. Population of this town, a couple of thousand people, tiny. So every single bottle, whether it be in a bar, in an off-license, in a supermarket, had a big yellow warning sticker on with an exclamation mark saying, warning, causes cancer. Well, what do you think happened? This little town were threatened by the big lawyers of the alcohol companies. And the lawyers wrote to the town council and said, take the labels off or we'll sue you. Now, the council were in a difficult position here because they knew they were right. They knew they had evidence and science on their side. They knew if it went to court, they would probably win the case because alcohol causes cancer. And the truth is always your best defense in court. So what happened? Did they go to court and win? No, they took the stickers off. They complied. Why? Because they didn't have the money to go to court against the alcohol industry. It would have bankrupted the town. And so, faced with no other option, the town complied with big alcohol and removed the warning stickers. How evil is that? A little town in the middle of Canada. They're watching. They're finding ways to bury the truth. They are just as evil and narcissistic as the tobacco companies of the 1970s and 80s, and they are deserving of your hatred. So listen, I feel like I was in a bit of a grumpy mood about that today, and I didn't mean to be. But I just want to get the message out there because at some point for you, the penny will drop. And it could be, it could be anything that I say. It could be something that someone else says, but someone at some point will say something to you and you'll go, wow, yeah, I get it. And your whole mindset will shift about this drug. You'll stop seeing it as a social pleasantry, as a bit of harmless for what it really is, a serial killer. And it's just that the Western world has Stockholm syndrome and loves this serial killer. It's not Dexter. It's much more evil than that. So listen, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget, we have a live stream every week, Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. GMT. We all get together and support each other, give each other a slap on the back and a bit of praise when we've maintained our sobriety, and support the people who need a bit of a lift up this week. So I'll see you Wednesday, 9 o'clock for the live stream. There'll be another video tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Imagine waking up tomorrow. No hangover. No feelings of guilt or regret. Just full of energy and vitality. That goal is not only possible, it's easily achievable. Find out how 200,000 people just like you have rediscovered their happy, sober lives using the Stop Drinking Expert program. Reserve your place on today's free Quit Drinking webinar and get a copy of my best-selling book, Alcohol Lied to Me, as a free gift just for turning up.